Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly horoscope for January 2025. These are a new thing that I'm doing for those of you who've been watching me for a while. They're going to work better for you if you watch the horoscope that relates to your ascendant. Perhaps your moon sign, sun sign last. You can, of course, look at it for your sun sign, but you're going to get a greater level of detail if you work with this in association with your ascendant. Don't know where that is? You can visit the link above, and that will take you to a chart calculator where you can find out the details. In addition to that, if you appreciate my work, you want to have a deeper look at the entire year ahead, I do presently have year ahead consultations on offer for $108. You can schedule that at the link that you see above. So let's see, where could you have gone wrong? Could it have been perhaps that left turn at Albuquerque? You're not going to get that one unless you are a cartoon enthusiast. But, here's the thing. Quite often we think that we've done something wrong, you know, because we have this nature as humans to think that if we're doing the right things, then things will naturally go easily. But it doesn't really work that way, right? Sometimes we do the right thing, especially the right thing by what's in here, and we face challenges because life is one big learning school. And you may find yourself in a position where you're reflecting over some decisions that you made in the past as Venus, moving into its exaltation space, is going to be moving into your third house. That's the house of decisions, the amount of effort that you put in, your connections to those people around you, your social interactions, all of those things. And it's likely bringing a lot of that to your attention, but most especially in the realm of decisions. Later on in the month, as we reach about the 19th, we're going to have a conjunction between Venus and your ruler Saturn. Now, this works in a rather interesting way because the thing is Venus is going to bring healing or enjoyment to Saturn, right? But at the same time, Saturn is going to make it so that the things that are related to Venus perhaps take a little bit of a hit, but it's only going to be a minor hit because Venus is exalted. But let's kind of go into that a little bit later on as we get to it. You're finding yourself reviewing your decisions and how much you care for those who are around you and how you're always desiring to put forward your best effort for them in order to be of the greatest level of service. And you've been finding that that hasn't really been working out the way that you want it to. But you see, something that happens is sometimes we have an idea of what somebody else really wants or what they need when they haven't been telling us. And we align our actions in that particular direction, right? And we try to do our best in that particular direction. And as I was saying, sometimes we face challenges. And so then we begin to feel like, hey, I'm letting the team down. I'm letting everybody else down because I'm not coming through with the goods. Well, have you ever thought to maybe ask those people around you if that's really what they're expecting of you? Right? Maybe you're accepting responsibility for something that you're just imagining. And as Venus is transiting through a section of the sky called Shatabisha Nakshatra, before it goes into a section called Purva Bhadrapada, Shatabisha quite often brings us a healing crisis where everything is foggy and we come to a deeper understanding of the truth. Purva Bhadrapada, one of the things connected to it with this particular transit is the healing of subconscious desires, right? So you have an idea in mind. And this isn't a subconscious desire. You truly want to do your best for those around you, especially if you're a parent. There are some parental influences with these particular transits that are happening this month, and the level of responsibility you may feel as a parent, or even the level of responsibility to those who you may feel are under your care, because sometimes that happens with people that we associate with who we, want to help out and things along those lines. So there's a level of responsibility that you're taking on your shoulders, which you may be to a certain degree imagining, and then feeling that you're not really doing as good of a job as you would like to do. But it might be a good idea to really kind of tune in to those around you. Maybe check in with them, see what people in your life are really wanting from you. As Mars is going to be backtracking through your seventh house, that's the house of relationships. Mars is going to be transiting through Pusha Nakshatra. And so it has you confronting feelings of limitation in terms of how well you're doing at building future security for those who are in your life. And it's got you assessing that in connection with this other transit and perhaps causing you to doubt the good job that you've been doing. But chances are, if you tune in to those who are in your life for who you're doing this, they're, pardon any incorrect grammar, I don't care. So for whom you are doing this, there we go. Then, you'll likely find that you're getting a different version of the story than what you're imagining inside of your head. You're most likely suppressing a desired and inspired path for the sake of what you feel is responsibility, doing the right thing, looking out for those around you. But when you talk to those other people, they might go, hey, you know what? We want that inspired path too. Well, I don't know why you were sitting there thinking that we wanted something different. We don't want that. Even if it means challenges, we want to go in this direction because life needs to have meaning. So chances are that you could have been most recently needing to play it safe in your mind. You're thinking, I need to play it safe, but you might have been playing it a little too safe. Capricorn has this tendency. Capricorns are renowned for being very practical, occasionally very constructive, because the Saturn ruled signs generally tend to get that way because the concept of survival becomes much more of a concern rather than the recognition that there's a level of life above and beyond survival, and that's the level of life that has purpose and meaning. And we have a choice on a certain level whether we want to be forced to find our purpose and meaning through suffering, or whether we want to find our purpose and meaning through the pursuit of an inspired path, which may still bring difficulty. But when you're acting in alignment with your heart, and there's more purpose and there's more meaning, hence the level of quote unquote suffering begins to diminish, right? So the path of inspiration that you want to follow, and it's likely towards the latter part of the month that you're going to have conversations with people who are closer to you. And if you listen a little more deeply, you're going to hear some things that maybe you weren't expecting on a positive level, and that can bring a realignment. You may confront some fears about going in that particular path. Try to move beyond those, because on a certain level, this is about you beginning to trust in yourself, not just to follow the path that is safest, But in addition to that, to follow the path that's most inspiring, most illuminating, and therefore more in alignment with your true self. So the path ahead may not be struggle free with whatever it is that you plan this month, but it's going to be most definitely more self affirming. And that's going to bring you into a greater level of comfort with yourself and equally heal perhaps a split that's been going on within here that you've been projecting onto a relationship. So, quite an interesting month for you, Capricorn. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about what the entire year ahead holds in store for you, I do offer 2025 year ahead consultations. They're presently on sale for only $108 at the link that you see above. If you want perhaps a different approach to astrology, I also have a vast range of astrological services that you can find on my site at the following link here. That's going to do it for this look at January 2025 for you, Capricorn. And until next time we talk, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.